AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Zero people in the building. Better get your ass in here, man. We ain't playing these games. One person. Hit the like button. That's what they tell us. Hit the like button. Cam and share. We gotta hit the like button so everybody knows we on and popping. Yeah, we late. CPT time. My bad. I had technical difficulties.
CPT time. Heard you.
I should have unplugged the mic first. Because it's not even registering that shit. That's crazy. Hi, y'all.
Vocals is good. Vocals is good.
1 2.
2 1.
You're the bill collector.
What up, bill collector?
Michael James.
Michael James in the building. I never saw the bill collector before. What's good?
Me either. You could never be around my girl with your long dreads. Get out of here.
You could
Fuck
never.
Out of here. No, Flea.
Why?
I'm hitting him with a bottle. Get away from us.
Yo, bro. If Locks is gonna intimidate you, you don't got. That's not your girl. Then that's not your girl. If Locks come around in the room and now niggas' eyes is wandering and shit, that's not your girl.
It's not his either. Once mine, always mine.
Oh shit, yo. Yo, bill collector, stay away from this nigga, man. Stay away from him.
Please do. I'm a possessive Dominican. Flea. It's early in the show.
I just seen a video of the possessive Dominican. She was standing in the spot. My son was trying to park. She was uptown somewhere. Son was trying to park, and she's standing in the spot. Get the fuck out the spot. Let my man park.
Oh, the woman was possessive.
Yeah, she was standing in the parking spot. My son was trying to park, and she was acting all crazy. They started talking that meet out shit back and forth. You know it had to be uptown. J. Cruz, what up, baby?
Nah, you see.
Possessive ass Dominican. Slow down. Parking spot? I forgot how crazy that was back in New York, though. You know, New York City, Manhattan, uptown. Y'all niggas go crazy over parking spots, man.
Uptown, like, to be Harlem is not even as bad. It's bad. The Heights is the worst parking maybe in the city. Gotta be. Got by far. I don't even know if that's close. Oh, my man said Española. Sapase.
Abule.
Come on, man. My first, you
ain't never had no black rice. You ain't never had no black rice, Fabian. You ain't never had no grigo. You ain't never had no grigo.
Think again. And it was fire. And it was fire.
That black rice hits every time. That black rice hit every time. Every time.
That voodoo mix was insane. It wasn't insane. It was great though. Have you had some Creole?
I have it all. I didn't did it all. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere.
Right now, I got the Been Around the World remix in my head right now. I've been around, yeah, I've been around the world. Yeah. Yo, makes my name too. You know what makes do? Yeah, girls on the glove to replace you, right? They start painting their wallabies, huh? Baby blue and all that. You don't remember that? You too young for that. That you too young for.
I was outside off the porch for that.
No. Costa Rica.
7, 8, 9. Yeah. Off the porch.
Wow. You a fast little hussy.
Wasn't for you.
Hold on. Is that me
Okay,
coming up
bet.
delayed or you?
I don't know, man. I'm getting tired of StreamYard and their behavior.
Me too. I'm gonna turn on my Wi-Fi, see what happens. Y'all better
Turbo.
wake up in there. Nah, I mean, sure. Salute the panel. Salute us. Eddie C said, "What about
Nick, what up?
Rica, please?"
Yeah, I was on the side of a cliff driving with no GPS working, gravel road.
Freaky Flea's a different level, y'all. $3. Yo, let us know if Flea's coming in good, man. He's slowing up for me. What about y'all? Talk to us. It's like 70 of y'all in the building, man. Or is it me? Is my computer down? Yeah, me too. So it is Flea. You got to come back in. Yeah, Flea freezing. Yep, he's frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Come on. Come on, man. Either way. We'll get this started because, you know, we don't want to waste a lot of y'all time. Huh? We ain't wasting nobody's time. Share, like, comment. Yeah, like this, man. Once you like it, they keep pumping it out there. It's only 75 people in the building. Let's get this thing going, man. I've been around them. Everybody wanted to hear your story, man. You on the side? All we heard was you on the side of the road, side off a cliff with the gravel going crazy. We were all like this.
StreamYard, get it the fuck together.
My man got the Mike Tyson shit going on right now. Do you remember what happened with was that in Costa Rica? Your trip that's what you told us about?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
I'm not even in the mood to tell that fucking Costa Rica story no more. Fuck Costa Rica. I'm never going back.
I've been around. I've been around the world. Please, you gotta tell us a story. You left us on the cliffhanger, man. Don't let StreamYard stop our happiness.
I'm pissed
Our
off
glee with
now.
Flea.
I'm pissed off right now. Let's talk basketball. Now I'm in the mood. Let's talk basketball now.
Look, Eddie C, disappointed, man. Maybe we'll get, he'll come around to it later, y'all.
Treehouse reservations. Costa Rica. Stayed in Liberia. Had to drive all the way to San Jaco Beach. Dummy of me, right? 5-hour drive. I'm in Costa Rica with my ex-wife. Dumbass. So I'm in Costa Rica, right? On our way to a treehouse reservation dinner, right?
Right.
We're following the Google Maps. About 2 hours into the drive, veer off to the left because the GPS says go left. So we go left. And all I feel myself for the next hour is just going like this. I just feel like I'm keep going up and up and up, right? Paved roads turn to gravel. Street lights go away. Starts raining. Start seeing cows in front of people's yards. But the yard is 5 by 5. So you got a cow in a 5 by 5 yard. So I'm like, oh shit. All right. Starts raining. GPS goes out. Like, yo, where are we at? Right? You try to keep calm because you don't want to excite the lady next to you, right? But when the lady starts getting excited, like, yo, what the fuck is going on? You can't hold your composure no more. You're like, yo, what is going on? It's raining, no GPS. We can't turn around now. You turn around, you've been driving for another hour and a half. How you gonna turn around? Yo, bro, I rolled a window down just to get a little air, just to see what's going on. Roll the window down, look to the left. It felt like a straight drop down, but I couldn't see because it was raining, right? It's foggy. So I rolled a window down just to see what's going on. I look to the left. It's a cliff, bro. I almost lose my mind, bro. Almost lose my mind. Obviously, we have to calm down now. I gotta calm down. Drive another hour. You know, we find our way eventually. But I swear to God, I get to the reservation, right? And the dude is like, "Oh, my friend, you're late." I said, "You all right?" "Yeah, we lost our way, da-da-da." I'm like, "Yo, let me show you the way I went." Dude say, "Man, you're lucky to make it. You're lucky to make it." Lucky to make it? Nah. And he said that real cool, like I'm from here. He said, "Oh, you're lucky to make it." I said, "Oh, nah, I'm cool. Never again.
Yo,
Never again."
those cliffs, the mountains is like Caribbean, South American shit. They were rebuilding them in DR, and there's the middle one that you go from Cibao, like Santiago region. You got the other ones come from the capital side. The other ones come from the Puerto Plata side. There's 3 different ways to go up to get to Puerto Plata. And I always take the middle one for some dumbass reason. And that one, I've been on there where it was dusty as hell, almost crashed into a truck crashed into me, and you can't see nothing. It's all dust. I thought I was dead 5 times on that shit. That was one time I almost died. Another time, the cab driver I got cool with, he was just gonna shoot me back and forth from up the mountain to back down. We get pulled over.
Why you was shooting up? What you was doing?
Oh, I had a daycare out there.
Oh.
I was delivering Pampers, but I had people.
That was all right. Daycare. I got you.
So I had peoples up there too. I even had coworkers, all that shit, because I know where they stay at. I know where they stay at, and they told me they're in town. I come through, but I'm always dipping because I'm like, yo, bro, I'm going to my family. I'm not hanging out over here. This shit is crazy. My wife will kill me. So, cab driver, one time we get pulled over by the cops. He's like, yo, you got any guns? He's like, yeah, I got a gun. It's registered. So I'm like, okay. So when he's showing the license, it's like 20 minutes. Cop was like, yo, who are you? I said, man, what's up? Yeah, I'm Raymond, whatever. Show my ID. He's like, you from New York? I said, yeah. He said, what you doing here? I said, I got a daycare, motherfucker. Like, what you want? So he said, I said, what you want? You want some lunch money? Because they all of them extort you. I said, bro, it's a damn shame. It's 5 of y'all. Y'all can't collect some lunch money and get it together and feed each other, man. It's a damn shame. He was like, yo, what? So he was like, what you got in your
Why
luggage?
you talking hot like you tough? Why are you talk? You talk hot everywhere. Everywhere you go, you talk like this.
Yo, dog, forget tough.
You talk hot everywhere you go. They
could have shot my brain off. They all got shotguns.
Out of here.
I'm done. But I was just so pissed. Like, why are you even talking to me, bro? If you do anything to me, I'm American. What's gonna happen to you? So when we go up the hill, my man pulled out the shotty from underneath his fucking seat. Like, yo, if it got rocking, I got you. I said, oh shit. But how you gonna pass that to me if they got all their guns out? What are you talking about, bro? You ain't got my back. You would have threw my body out in the mountain with the rest of them. Y'all set me up, man. Yeah,
You're
man.
home. See, you get home and you still acting the same way. When you get home, you got to be nice, man. Keep all that
I'm
fly
always,
shit.
ain't no flash. I swear to God. I used to rock a straw hat and all that shit. I tossed that shit because that's how they catch you. You gotta wear, you gotta dress like us over here to fit in over there now. That's how it is in DR right now. You don't dress like you from over nothing. Nah. You put the fitted hat on, all that shit, walking around, no jewels, no nothing. My aunt was worried because she was like, yo, you know, they just robbed my man. And I was like, all right, well, what did he have? What did they rob him for? His jewelry. I said, that I would have robbed him too. And I'm from here. I would have just took his shit just cuz. Why are you out there walking around like nobody will rob you? And you ain't walking around the South Bronx like that. So why you walking around like people don't know how to get around? You just, that's antagonizing people. Them cops, man. Bro, they just extort.
Wear my shit on vacation in DR because I gotta worry about these niggas too.
Yo, we don't do that. Don't do that. They said
you up.
All them little rapper dudes, little rap, don't be in the Capitol rocking that shit. And that's what it is, close to the Capitol. Capitol is wild.
Niggas is going in. You know why they going to DR. They not trying to take none of y'all money. They not trying to take none of y'all land. We going out there for y'all women. That's the only reason we out there.
Listen.
Cheap prices.
So come and go peacefully as a man, as a decent individual. I'm coming up
with my rocked up, bezeled up, shining. Nah. We do what I do. Leave me alone.
They could smell the American on you. There's no reason to be rocking jewels. So I'm trying to explain to you. That's the worst thing you could do. The worst thing you could do anywhere you go. You think they're hungry over here? You getting lined up from the airport.
Starving. Niggas is starving. Ribs is touching.
You do live in
running around. Bunch of niggas running around looking like you on AllBall.
Yeah. So you too, man. What are you talking about? This is a whole Dominican panel right now.
Look at that. Look at OG. Look at OG.
Que lo que?
Que lo que?
Yeah. Hey, yo. They in trouble. I could get cornrows. They asses is in trouble.
They asses is in trouble.
They asses
OG,
is in trouble.
what up, baby?
Wait, hold on.
What up, y'all?
Hold on. You gonna get the big meat cornrows with the goatee, with the fake goatee. You saw it.
I'm being real. Yo, I'm gonna be real. That's not Big Meech. That nigga still locked up. That's an AI, bro.
He said that nigga still locked up.
That nigga still locked up. Yo, listen, man. All that nigga do is stand there and be like this. That's all he do.
Smiling and shit.
I don't know
right?
what's
looking wild.
Yeah. But yeah, they in trouble. Listen. Nah, ain't no beige. Look. Yeah. Niggas can't do like that. Yeah.
Niggas can't do like that.
Yeah. Listen. I can get cornrows. It's going down. I'm getting cornrows this weekend. Yeah. They in trouble, Flea. Fabian. They asses is in trouble.
Yo. When you pop out with the cornrows and the suit for your 50th, that's going to be so nasty. Cornrows with the suit on. My nigga OG gonna be wildin'. That shit gonna be crazy. Long hang time with the nasty 3-piece. Talk to me.
Fabian, start the show. This nigga put me in a 3-piece. Start the show. Nigga put me in a 3-piece.
No, fake goatee is crazy. This all started because there was a dreadlock roster in here. I said, you ain't standing next to my wife with all that. And then Flea called me possessive, and then we just went haywire after that. And we 18 minutes into the ball game, baby. It's not a game. It's not a game. Y'all know we don't play. By the way, y'all know what this is.
Knicks Rehab.
We here, y'all.
Knicks Rehab, y'all. Come on, baby Bubba. Y'all heard the news. Huh? The Knicks welcome Guerschon Yabusele.
That is not his name.
Yes, it is.
Respect that man. That is not his name. His
Flea,
name
did I say it right?
Guerschon Yabusele.
Oh, Guerschon. I like Guerschon. Guerschon sounds more French.
What is his
Yo,
name?
Can I give it a try?
Like. It's not about what you like.
Can I give it a try?
Yep. What we got?
His name is the guy that dunked on LeBron. That is his name.
That's a fact.
That shit y'all talking about, I don't know who that man is. His name is the man that dunked on LeBron James, plays for the Knicks, baby.
Yaba.
Yabusele. Oh,
Yabu.
that rolled off smooth. Yabusele.
Yeah, you did that.
Yabusele sounds
you did
tough.
That. You did that.
Yabusele sounds tough. Also, the Knicks welcome Jordan Clarkson. I thought y'all would have had a simple thing on here, but I hope we don't get flagged for this. I'll take this part out. Jordan Clarkson's in the building.
Yo, Rodolfo got jealous and popped up because we was giving Yabusele's name so much love. Look at Rodolfo pop up out of nowhere as soon as we giving somebody else's name a little love. My guy Rodolfo, what up, boy?
It's official. Jordan Clarkson, he's a Knick.
Yo, Rodolfo, don't worry about it, man. Nah, hold on, I can't front, Fleet. Yabusele's name's kind of tough. That shit sound like
it's kind of ill. It's kind of ill.
Nah, he got some work, bro. Your man got some shit in the treasure chest, baby. Rodolfo, we still coming to you. You still a connect, baby. But Yabusele, I don't know. He just came through, signed with us. Jordan Clarkson's in the building, as AllBall said. You see his highlights over there. I hope they don't flag us for that shit. And of course, the Knicks announced the official hiring of Mike Brown. Welcome to the New York journey. Huh? And the official statement from our guy, the leader of La Cosa Rosa himself. You know who he be, huh? Y'all know who he be. Leon Rose, huh? The Godfather, huh? Made a statement out here, finally. He don't talk. He just passes out messages, passes a little letter. After a thorough and extensive search process, we are pleased to announce Mike Brown as the head coach of the New York Knicks. Mike has coached on the biggest stages in our sport and brings championship pedigree to our organization. His experience leading the bench during the NBA Finals, winning 4 titles as an assistant coach, and his ability to grow and develop players will all help us as we aim to bring a championship to New York for our fans. And there you have it. Mike Brown is officially our head coach for the New York Knickerbockers. Come on now. It's getting crazy. How we feeling about that, fellas? It's official now. AllBall. A couple seconds on that.
Just real quick, I missed my brothers. I had from the 4th of July till now, I was just all over the place. I'm just so happy to now just be able to sit my old ass down. But I'm gonna be honest, I had a couple days to think about it since we did our last Knicks Rehab, and I'm not so down on it. Like I said, I'm still waiting on, to see who he's gonna pick for the coaching staff. Like I said, I'll just give you a couple seconds so you could, get the show going. But I'm not feeling as bad as I was the other day. I had to sit and really think about it. Like I said, I just want to see who the coaching staff he's gonna choose. But I'm being honest, he seems like a guy that's likable. He knows the game. He's been around the game a long time, and like I said, he's been behind the scenes as an assistant coach. And watched a lot of great basketball, a lot of championship basketball. So I just hope that he can bring that energy and that mindset to our Knicks and help our guys understand how important it is, and how difficult it is and the things we have to do to go for a championship. So I just hope he gives guys that experience and that knowledge, because nobody on our team besides I think OG and that's been to a finals and actually won a final. So I'm feeling a little bit better about Mike Brown, just a little bit.
Lee, how you feeling?
Jury's still out for me, right? Holding this team's feet to the fire, right? We taste some success over the last few years. I don't see why we should revert back or feel like expectations shouldn't be high going forward. We still should have high expectations for our team. And the guy knows how to coach, right? The guy knows how to coach. Like, we're not gonna act like he doesn't know how to coach. Just the reservation for me was like, is this the guy that, because we've all agreed that Tibbs fumbled the ball, right? So is this the guy that picks the ball up off the ground and runs home for a pick six, right? Or a recovery six, right? Is this the guy, right? I don't know if he is the guy, so that's my reservation. But I can't, say that he can't coach. I look forward to us being able to move the basketball, right? I've come up here plenty of times and talk about guys getting off the ball, guys cutting, guys, everybody being able to touch it. Sacramento led the league in passes last year. And so I'm looking forward to some creativity on the offensive end. I'm looking forward to us not being so predictable on the offensive end, knowing that we're going to go to Brunson late in the shot clock, right? I'm just looking for some life on the offensive end, and I know he's going to bring that. And he's also a guy that continues to preach defense. I think that's somewhere where we lacked a lot last year. So I'm encouraged, to be honest with you. I'm encouraged for sure, but I just don't want to get in a space where we don't hold this guy accountable. We have to hold him accountable from day one, because he's walking into the door where we've established some winning, right? We've established some winning. He's inheriting a great situation. He just got to put his sauce on it, and we'll take it from there. So I'm encouraged.
Shout out Legend Z Productions. I know he had to switch up his whole
Legend Z
company, and he got it back together. He had like a deal in place with the NBA, I think, to be able to reproduce his videos, and he always going viral every day. So I don't know why they would prevent him from really doing his thing, because he's doing nothing but promoting the game. Y'all signing, letting Draymond play for how many years, breaking people's jaw damn near. But this guy can't just just read people's lips and give us the story of what happened last night. So shout out to you, Legend Z, for getting it together. I'm excited for you to bring things back. We still got to get that one-on-one game. A 3-on-3, what you trying to do, man? Play 21? What y'all play out there? Chicago? Huh?
Listen, big shout out Legend Z, man. Because guys like that, big shout out to the whole chat, but guys like that who are very busy and they take time out, man, to come chop it up with us. We're honored, man. Big shout out to him. Everybody follows platform, does great work, and listen, man, a guy like that platform is gonna go a long way. And big things gonna come his way. So from AllBall TV, big shout out to our brother Legend Z, man. Big shout out to everybody, man, that pulls up and just shows love and stays engaged and be in them comments. Legend Z, man. Great success to you, my brother. Great success to everybody.
Legend Z, salute.
He said I got to beat Flea first one-on-one before.
Are you drunk?
Said, yo, Flea, what we playing to 11?
5.
Nah, come
3.
on, 5 is crazy. 3 is
3.
crazy.
3, 1,
3.
Niggas ain't making it to 11, bro.
No, you niggas ain't making it to 11.
You got to
5.
give Flea a chance.
Here you go. Here you go.
What?
Here you go.
Give Flea a chance.
No, matter of fact, OG, stay out of this. What? I gotta make it to. I gotta make it to 11. Give me a chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I ain't seen one of the Flea Rocky Balboa moments in a minute. Him in the gym. Yeah, he been slacking. Yeah, you might get him, Fabian. I ain't seen him in the gym in a minute.
Yo, boys, listen, chill. I got that. I know what I'm watching. Like, yo, he ain't working out. I'm taking advantage.
I'm good, baby.
I'm throwing the belly at him. Yeah, talking mad shit too. Because if I hit a bucket, oh my god,
you gonna lose
I'm
your
pulling
mind.
a hamstring after that. Game over. 1-0. Can you believe it?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Soon as the nigga scored, yo, I told my Achilles it's over. I won.
It's done. The game is over.
Nigga gotta find a biddy court though. I'm being honest. I need a biddy court.
Hold on. I gotta address something real quick, OG. Niggas saw, and I know y'all gonna see this because somebody's gonna send this clip to y'all. Somebody's gonna clip this up. Y'all probably in the comments right now watching too. The next time Knicks Twitter has a basketball function and whatever you niggas be doing on Knicks Twitter, and y'all don't let AllBall TV family know, we going in there and shutting that shit down the next time. I know somebody's gonna see it from whatever platform, whatever. But the next time you niggas jump outside and think y'all gonna play basketball and represent Knicks Twitter, let AllBall TV know. Fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yo, Paul.
Thank you, Flea.
Nah,
Niggas
Flea
is
got
bugging.
Flea got the Chicago Scully on from Menace. He's shot his shit.
Listen,
He's shot
the
shit.
jab step. The jab step's still there. Look, the wrist.
Come on,
wrist
man.
work don't go nowhere, man. Wrist work don't go nowhere, man.
That wrist work. That wrist work.
Yeah. Look at Fabian. He'll be like, Fabian be hating on the wrist work. I'm noticing that.
It's nasty. It's nasty. I see his face. When we, because Fabian when it's back to Fabian is Fabian's Mark Jackson, Andre Miller. That's who that nigga is.
I'm not playing these games. I'm not playing these games. Kevin Garnett.
Yeah,
Up and under. You kidding me?
what Cam said? I got a
here.
basic game. Call me Andre Miller. What Cam said? Something like that.
Nigga stealing that shit every time. Fuck out of here. Let me get that.
Spin move.
Let me get that.
Hack.
Give me that shit.
He stole it. What happened?
Oh,
boy,
man.
like this. Oh boy, like yo, come on, Fabe. That's all you're gonna hear. Okay, yo, come on, Fabe. Yo,
Monkey
come
wrench,
on,
Monkey wrench, we kicking your ass too. Get your ass kicked too. And you know you my guy. You get your ass kicked too. Appreciate everybody in the chat for real.
Rocking with us, huh?
Word.
There's no way I'm gonna make this. I just hurt my forearm smacking it right now. It's over for me. Hey, Bobby Marks did break down this the Knicks cap space. 194 million tax threshold, 187.8. I don't know what that means. First apron, 195.9. I don't know what that means. Second apron, 207.8. So we have that tax mid-level exception at 5.7. So I know the Yabusele deal. He got it on the cheap, and it's gonna allow us to sign whoever for a cheaper deal, probably a vet minimum. You were right, Flea. It's one person we can sign next. It's not
I'm
two.
usually right. I'm usually right.
Usually it's a keyword. I like that word. They also, I guess this guy broke it down better. His name is what's your name? Schwinny Poo? All right, Schwinny Poo. I'll give you some love. Right now, Hoops Hype has Yabusele salary at 5.134 million, which is equal to what the biannual exception. Come on, man, with this shit. Not for the full TPMLE. I think that's the trade something MLE. This will give the Knicks
mid-level exception. Mid-level exception.
But it's a different mid-level exception. They had that TP. I think that's the trade something mid-level exception. This will give the Knicks much welcome breathing room under the second apron to fill out the roster with the vet minimums. I also pulled that up because, hey y'all, let's get this together. Let's get this right. I don't know how AllBall's feeling about this, but we got some guys eligible for an extension.
Oh, you are so nasty, Fabian. You just gonna line OG up. Yo, man. Go ahead, Ray. This nigga's disgusting, man.
What?
This nigga
What?
Yo, you are terrible. You line these three niggas up and say, OG, who you want to extend? Who gets the extension? Yo.
Well, great segue.
That nigga Fabian is diabolical, yo. He is
great. Amazing segue, Flea. These are the three players eligible for an extension with the Knicks as of today. Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, and Mikal Bridges. They're all extension eligible. All eyes are on Mikal Bridges first, and then Mitch. This guy is saying, I personally don't expect the Towns extension, but who knows? Doesn't mean it gets done today as well, but something to eye. That's tough, especially being that we got Mike Brown now. People's roles might change, you know what I'm saying, AllBall? Who are we looking to extend Mitchell Robinson? I'll look up Karl Anthony Towns' official numbers because he's at least got two or three more years under the contract. What you feeling about these extensions, these potential extensions, AllBall?
While OG is rapping, highlight Monkey Wrenches. He wanted to give us an explanation on taxpayer mid-level exception. Thought it was a good, just for the people.
Oh, taxpayer mid-level exemption is a specific type of NBA salary cap exception used by teams that are over the salary cap and within the first luxury tax apron, but below the second apron. That's still crazy. So you could be between the first apron and the second apron, and then there's an exception. That shit is all crazy, bro. It's like dealing with a bunch of loans and credit cards and all kind of shit. That shit is bugged out. But you know, in between all that, we do have 3 players who are eligible for an extension today. AllBall. I mean, how you feeling about this? You know, these guys, you have had strong opinions about them: Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, and Mitchell Robinson. How you feeling about any one of them being extended, if not all 3?
So I'm gonna be honest. I don't want Mikal Bridges extended. Pause. That sounds a little crazy. I'm over. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm over Mikal Bridges. Now, you know, for me, I think Mikal Bridges could be probably the best 6-man, you know, coming off the bench. I'm over Mikal Bridges. He got exposed in that Indiana series. I'm sorry, he's been inconsistent all season. So I don't see why we would extend him. You know, but we're gonna figure out a way to do it because that's Brunson's guy. But me personally, I'm not extending Mikal Bridges, and this is gonna sound crazy. I'm not extending Cat. I would try to extend Mitchell Robinson though, because I don't want to happen what happened to Hartenstein. Mitchell Robinson goes somewhere and wins a championship. I think Mitchell Robinson is a piece that you need to try to bring back. Maybe, you know, he helped save a little money, so we could get some other guys. But that's the only player I would attempt to extend because it's going to be much cheaper. And I think his value is very underrated. We've seen how important he is. Even last season in that first round against Philly, injured. He don't come in and play. We don't win that series. And then this series, we've seen a difference he made on the defensive end. So think about if they find ways to get him the ball. If he can get 2, 3 of those lobs. You know, so for me, Cat is going to cost too much money. I know guys is getting 50, 60, 70 million a year. But for me, if you're not guaranteed all NBA first team, MVP, one of the best players in the league, and it's almost you could stamp it, we going to the championship, I'm not extending you that money. We know a lot of guys is unhappy right now, a la Giannis. So for me, out of those 3 players, Bridges is a double no. Capital HELLNO for me. Cat, unless Cat is gonna want to like take a pay cut, which I don't think he is, I'm not extending Cat. But I would definitely try to extend Mitchell Robinson. I think Mitch is a guy we have to have somebody that we need to try to keep in just to stay a Knick. Like I said, Mitchell Robinson, it could end up being the same thing like Hartenstein. You see how important he was? Don't keep him. Somebody else picks him up, knows how to utilize him, and he goes and be successful and win a championship. And then now we looking stupid. So for me, the only guy I would try to extend out of those 3 is Mitchell Robinson. The other 2, if I can help it, nah. And y'all know I advocated for Cat 2 years to come here. But y'all know me. I don't let nothing go. That Indiana series, everybody got exposed. And I'm never going to forget that. Guys couldn't get stops. Brunson and Cat couldn't get it together. It was just nasty. So, nah, I'm not. Give me Mitchell Robinson. Everybody else, bye.
Karl Anthony Towns, by the way, has 2 more years left. In 26, he has a player option in the 2027-2028 summer. So the 2028 summer. That's 3 years from now. He can get a player option for $60 million. So he'll be making $53 million this year, $57 next, and $61 million if he takes that if he opts into that player option. How you feeling? You know, Mikal Bridges is on expiring. And I think so is Mitchell Robinson. I gotta look that up real quick, but he's making $19 million a year. Mikal's at 27, I believe. What are you thinking about, you know, them being eligible for extension?
I'm not high on Mikal Bridges either, right? Just because of the inconsistencies of last season, right? Now you look at the numbers and the numbers tell you something different because he was 16, 17 points a night. So that makes you feel like he was out there contributing every night. But many a nights, we were here every night with y'all last season, y'all. 82 games. We were here every night with y'all, and there are tons and tons of nights we would come here and ask, where the hell is Mikal Bridges? Now, with all that being said, I would extend him, or at least think about giving him an extension, depending on what the price point is, depending on what he wants per year, and depending on what we think his value is. But I do know that him being able to be the starting two guard right now creates a lot of depth for us this season. With him sliding into the two, now Josh Hart is naturally coming off the bench. Now Jordan Clarkson is naturally coming off the bench. Yabusele, Deuce McBride. I just named 4 guys right now, and we ain't even started the season yet, and that should be what our depth is. And Bridges playing at the 2 creates that for us. Now, if there's somebody that we can get to replace him at the 2 guard, right, then the conversation changes, and we could let him hit free agency and get nothing for him, let him walk. But I just like the fact that he creates depth for us right now. It doesn't put Josh Hart at the 2 guard to be a starter anymore, right? Jordan Clarkson, all of these guys could be naturally who they are, which are, fringe starters who excel off the bench. And, Bridges creates that for us. So if there's not a replacement for him, I do say that we need to have somebody like that in the starting lineup. And as far as Cat is concerned, I don't even think we need to be thinking about an extension for Cat at this point. If he has 2 years left on the deal, he's still got things to show and prove in New York as well. Obviously had a great year last year, but all in all, we got goals right now. And putting him with with Brunson together, like, yo, we're looking for a championship. So there's still things to prove for Cat with us and with that team. Mitch is a little dicey. Mitch, I know that he may not play. Mitch, I know, may be out 20 straight games. Mitch, I know his body has broken down over the last 3 to 4, 5 seasons, right? It's been maybe I'm exaggerating at this point, but his body has broken down a lot over the last couple of seasons. You know what you're getting when he gets on the floor. But in terms of long stretches, we had to do the minutes restriction thing with him, right? We couldn't play him the way we wanted to play him. So, one thing for me is I got to see, can I get 60 games out of Mitch? 60. I'm not even talking about 65 to get eligible for postseason awards. I'm talking about, can you be out there for 60 games and help us, go 40-20 in those 60 games? Can you help us do that? Right? Can we be 50-10 with you at the center position? Maybe I'm asking a lot. That sounds insane. But at the end of the day, like, we need Mitch extremely bad. And I don't think just jumping out there, paying him $25 to $30 million a year. What is Hartenstein getting right now? What did he get? Remind me.
3 years, 90?
I think 3. Yeah.
Around there.
Does Mitch deserve that? I don't know. So I look at this thing a little bit differently than OG. I know what Mitch brings, but I also know, there's always a question mark next to Mitch. I know there's been inconsistencies with Bridges, but Bridges' role creates so much depth that we lacked last season. So I'm a little unsure about all the extensions, but the one I know I ain't thinking about right now is Cat. I'm not even thinking about that. I don't give a fuck if he's eligible or not.
I like how y'all put that, especially Flea. Not even thinking about Cat's extension. Hey, got 2 years left, $61 million player option. We trying to work off of that. All healthy, in my opinion, Mitchell Robinson is the most impactful player out of all of them, to me. He's been that way. He guards 5 positions sometimes. He's out of his mind. Like this, that's a rare kind of defender. If he's healthy, if he can play 70 games or whatever it is, to me, he's in the defensive player of the year candidate. He was that when he was healthy two seasons ago, early on before he broke his foot. So this ties into the Mike Brown thing. Like, he has to chime in. Again, I didn't like that they traded Tyrese Halliburton from the Sacramento Kings. He should have pushed for that, whatever the case may be. I want to see what he does with this team, with these players, and see how he grades them. Is it worth Mitchell Robinson? You've been around the league enough, Mike Brown. You know, all right, this guy's an Iron Man. You know, Mikal Bridges doesn't deserve a max, but I know I can rely on him. I think Mike Brown is going to want to push for an extension for him, whether it's 25 million a year. You know, he probably deserves that much. That's how much Quentin Grimes is pushing for, which is crazy. I don't know if Quentin Grimes earned it more than Mikal Bridges. I don't know, but his potential is there. That would be too much for Philly if Utah matches the restricted free agency contract for him or ups it to that 25 million, he might get it. And his potential, I don't know if Mikal Bridges ever showed that much explosion as Quentin Grimes. Like Quentin Grimes looks really amazing on the offensive end. Defensively, we know he's kind of tough, but 25 million for Mikal Bridges a year, that sounds tough. But I know Mike Brown will be going for consistency. So I think more than likely he'll get it. Would I prefer it? I prefer them play this shit out until the All-Star break, to the trade deadline, and let Mike Brown chime in like, yo, Leon Rose asked him like, yo, do you want to continue the season with them? Has Mitchell Robinson shown he can play? Can you maintain Mitchell Robinson on and off his schedule? Because we don't expect him to go. I expect him to play 50 games. There's just no way.
That's shitty.
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
It's 50 games, and you might get $30 million a year.
No, he's not getting 30 million. See, I forgot to pull it up. His last contract was like a reverse balloon contract. I forgot about this. He started off with 19 million a year, and not even 17. Then it went to 15. Then it went to 14, and this year he's making 12. So he kind of gave us like a nice little discount. He's only making $12 million this year.
Oh, that was that deal. That was kind of like Jeremy Lin's deal. Remember that deal Jeremy Lin signed?
Yeah. And at the end, you get all that money.
He got the heavy end at the beginning of it, the back end of the deal. Okay.
So Mitchell Robinson got the reverse from that, heavy and from the beginning, and then now it lightens up. If you do something like that, it might be worth it. Especially look how he is now. He's a huge trade piece. If anything, him and Mikal Bridges got a lot of. I mean, they all do, but it's tougher to trade cap. But I love Mitchell Robinson. I think he's just, when you're that dominant, you change series, you change games, you somehow work that out. $30 million is way too much. Look, OKC overpaid for Hartenstein. We see it now. There's no way he's worth $30 million a year. No, and I love Hartenstein. But $30 million is crazy. They played him off the floor. They used to bench him to start second halves in the playoffs and put in Caruso. That's not a $30 million a year guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that to me is, you losing your start.
I think they got all their money's worth. There's no way you can't justify $30 million to Hartenstein, trading for Caruso and winning a champion. It's hard to I hear what you're saying. To any other team for sure, bro. But to OKC, Presti is like, it's a great deal. You kidding me? I could bring that guy in and we win.
So you put the nail in the coffin for me. There's no way Mitchell Robinson gets 30 million if we don't. I mean, maybe he should get the 30 million if that's the case. 60 million 2 years from what you're saying. Because if that's the case,
what's the going rate? We talking about the going rate though. Now we talking about what the market is set at, and we sing Mitch's praises. Everybody in the comments sings Mitch's praises. You don't think the rest of the league know what he's capable of, right? Like, imagine we say fuck him and Golden State goes and gets him. You know what I'm saying? Like a team like that. Imagine they do that and we sitting here looking like, I've never seen Mitch do that before. How the hell does that? I've never seen Mitch in that spot before. How the hell? So
if you thinking about it like that, that's too scary for me. We ain't in the scary business. Listen, do we want him or not? Forget about what he would look like in Golden State. How does he look in orange and blue? Because what you're doing, somebody might bring that up, and you might have to kick him out of the room. Like, nah, we ain't talking about him going to Golden State. We're talking about how he fits here and can Mike Brown put up with that? You understand? Like, that to me is the questions we got to ask in our organization. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think OG is spot on. Go cook, OG, but you were spot on at the end of the day, and you too, Fabian. The most valuable guy in this conversation right now. Not saying Cat is not, but the guy that probably should deserve most focus, either we're gonna trade him or we're gonna extend him, is Mitch for sure.
Yeah, y'all both make great points. Flea, you said something that kind of like, had me thinking how you broke down why we should extend Mikal Bridges, right? And when you look at it from that aspect, you're 100% correct. But at the same time, it's like these. This is what I'm hoping Mike Brown does, and to me, I think this is where you're gonna extend any of these guys. Are we willing to sacrifice and do what it takes to win a championship? Like seriously, and to me, it starts with Brunson and Cat. So for me, no matter who gets extended, it starts at the top. If Brunson is Cat, if Brunson and Cat is not going to be able to stay on the floor together, get some type of chemistry, and show some type of leadership, and get everybody involved and have the guys follow them. Because what I told you at the beginning of the season, if we worry about numbers, and I'm not saying that they're doing that, but sometimes on the court it looks like that. Why hasn't OG gotten a chance to hit a game winner? Mikal Bridges got the opportunity to hit one. Those are shooters. Get guys the ball. So for me, no matter who we extend, if Cat and Brunson can't get it together, it doesn't matter. So, y'all both made great points, but with Mitchell Robinson, Fabian, I definitely disagree with what you said. I need 70 games from him. I'm not even going 50, 60. Listen, if you're not going to be in shape, no, I'm serious. If you're not going to be in shape, right, if you're not going to be in shape, if you're not going to take this shit serious, and if you can't give us 70 games, playing at least 23 to 25 minutes per, and really making a difference on the defensive end like we know you can, then I'm not extending you. Like, bro, we are right. There should be nothing stopping us from getting to the finals next season. See, this is what I'm saying. Somebody say, damn, hold on.
Damn, 70 games? How can you say that? Like, respectfully to the commenter, but god damn.
How many games did Hartenstein play last year?
I don't know.
57.
Look it up.
I don't know.
57.
But hold on. Hold on, Fabian. See, no, hold on.
What does that mean?
To me,
that's not right. That doesn't mean shit.
What comparison is that for? What is that for?
That's for the one that piggybacking off what Flea said. Yo, he was worth $30 million for the OKC Thunder because he was a piece for them to go win the chip. Mitchell Robinson is a huge piece for us. 70 games is unrealistic. You want him to be as healthy as possible for the playoffs like he was this season. That's what I want from Mitch. If it means missing the whole first quarter of the season, I don't care. I seen Michael Strahan miss 4 weeks in 2008, and we won the championship with the Giants. That's what I saw. So Mitchell Robinson got to treat him like an old man too. If he's gonna go out there and attempt to play 70 games,
though he is not.
He's not what?
Yo, he's not an old man.
Okay, but
these are young athletes. These are young athletes that need to be taking care of their fucking bodies to be able to play the game. We always let these niggas off the hook. I'm tired of that shit.
So when has he shown us that he doesn't take care of himself? He doesn't care about the game. I've never seen that from him. That's the part to me that we kind of having a disagreement on. Because I don't see him not giving an effort.
What's the most games Mitch has played in his career in one season?
Probably 60.
I'm asking. Listen. I'm gonna shoot and say 70, 72. I'm gonna shoot and say that.
He's 72 on the dot.
See? 72.
Right. He only played 60 games 3 times. His rookie season 66, second season 61, 31, 72, 59, 31, and 17 last year. So he's played 59.
His rookie season is ancient history now. Ancient history.
So how can we expect 70 games? All I'm saying, and if you're trying to win a chip,
because over the last few seasons we've allowed him to get himself into some kind of shape. He sat the entire season. He came back. How many games do we play in the playoffs? Let's say 20. I'm just guesstimating right now. Let's say 20 games in the playoffs. You said he came back for 17, so that's 37. Let's say 40 games he played basketball for last season. Somewhere off. You mean to tell me starting next season we can't project Mitchell Robinson to play 65 to 70 games? Nah,
me personally, I'm not projecting any numbers for him. Brunson, we could do that with. You could do that with Cat. And even he's injury prone.
Why are we not holding Mitch accountable to be, if he's so effective? We're talking about him playing last year. We're talking about Cat playing more to 4. right? He's playing more to 4. He probably looks a lot different on the offensive end. I mean, it's Tibbs still, but things look totally different with Mitch on the floor. Like I'm saying, with Bridges creating that depth on the bench, with Mitch on the floor, just create so many different matchups and looks that now it might add 10 wins to our season, 11 wins, 5 wins, whatever. It might add some W's in the W column, but the fact that he can't be out there, that's crazy, and we're not gonna hold him accountable. I'm not with that.
I mean, I totally agree, and I don't like the notion that, you know, it should be insane that God should be playing all 82 fucking games. Like we have to start being honest. These guys are never in shape. I watch Mitch huff and puff all the time. These guys is not working out. They not like this is all facts. So I'm saying, if you want to be serious, if you want to win a title, if you want to be considered legendary, bruh, get in basketball shape, get in physical shape, and let's go do this thing. But it's nowhere in the world we're going to win anything if our best defender, our best rebounder is playing half the season. Nah, Fabian, I can't go for no one. I feel like that about everybody. That if you're really hurt and injured, I'm not a doctor. I can't. But come on, man. I'm tired of you guys huffing and puffing during the second half of the season. We ain't gonna win no title like that. We not.
I can understand if y'all felt like this about Cat. Cat has shown he can play as many games. He's been injury prone. He needs to be in shape, lose a little bit of weight. Mitchell Robinson has not. I haven't seen anything from him that shows like he doesn't want to play. Yeah, he's huffing and puffing, and we also have to deal with the fact.
Fat, Fabian.
I haven't seen.
Fat.
He didn't look fat this year. He didn't look fat this year. He didn't look fat last year to me. He was coming back from the injury. To me, he played his heart out. Bro, he came back into the playoffs and tore his foot again just because he was pushing himself to do that shit because of Tibbs' dumbass. Like, we can't keep pushing people to go play 70 games that can't do it. That's any sport. You got to be smart about that, in my opinion. You can't just push them to do shit that, not that they don't want to do it. I think Mitch wants to play all 82 games. He never comes off to me like someone who doesn't want to do that. That's the other thing. Karl-Anthony Towns does not come off like he wants to play all 82 games, full-fledged. Josh Hart play, you know, he goes all out. Brunson goes all out. OG goes all out. Mikal Bridges goes all out. Deuce goes all out. We can name these guys. We can project their 82 games. So, yeah, I'm with y'all. If he can't play 82, bro, we ain't giving you $30 million. I'm with you on that. But once you start saying you better play 70, huh? So why would you even expect that? You could say, yo, if you play 70 games this year, then we'll give you your 30. I'm with you with that. But you cannot say I expect him to play 70 games. He has never shown that he can do that for back-to-back seasons.
But the expectation comes from giving him the ability to rest and get his body in shape, in a position to take that grind. Like, I think I mention this all the time. Bradley Beal was the number 2 pick in the draft, comes out and can't stay on the floor because he can't figure out how the fuck to stay healthy. After Brad finally figured out whatever it was to stay healthy, growing into your grown man body, the nigga was playing 75 plus games a year. He was able to be out there, help John Wall be out there, and now wasn't tagged this injury-prone guy. He figured out how to take care of his body, and now nigga almost was averaging 30 on back-to-back years. Bradley Beal is probably an exaggeration, but what the example I'm bringing up is if you take time to learn your body, okay, you struggle with injuries, lower extremities, your feet, your knees. We're not talking. He's not a big that worries about his back. He's not a big that worries about shit that's like could completely alter. It's his ankle. Okay, rehab that. Oh, knees. Take some weight off a little bit. All things that he can control is what I'm saying, Fabian. And if we know that the point is, if he's on the floor more, we are a better team. So why can't we expect him or try to get him on the floor more if that results in us being better? That's all I'm saying. Because
this sounds like the Tibbs conversation all over again. We were talking about, yo, I don't want Tibbs around. We got to come up with a list. And we're doing this, our due diligence behind the scenes. So we're preparing to let go of Tibbs, us on camera. We're preparing to say, Mitchell Robinson ain't playing 70 games. Should we go after more free agents? Who can be his backup? That's what we will be doing next. That's the next conversation. That's the conversation they should be having. He ain't, yo, you think he could play 70? If not, you got the Yabusele kid. Go after somebody else. You have to if Mitch can't do it. Especially for Cat. I see y'all in the comments talking about when does Cat look like he doesn't want to play? Are y'all kidding me? Are we going to compare the effort that Mitchell Robinson gives to Cat? It's not even comparable to me. This guy's guarding all 5 positions. All 5 positions. Defense is way harder to play than offense. This is a fact. Y'all could listen. Y'all could call me out, push back all you want to. Mitch plays, bro, he plays out of his mind. We don't see shit like that. Carl-Anthony Towns, I'm the greatest big man shooter of all time. That is ass behavior. What the hell is he talking about?
You're going to force me to call Mitch regular weed at this point. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing right now? Don't do this, Fabian. You're going to force me to call this nigga regular weed. Don't do this, Fabian.
Call who?
Yo, Mitchell Robinson.
You can't call him that.
You are stating right now he's the. I hate when you do that. You're gonna try to tell me that Cat doesn't play with effort, no effort whatsoever.
When you could tell the same thing with the same thing I talk about with Tatum, Braun, and his prime, all these guys, bro. You can tell when Cat is motivated in the game. You can't front on me with this. You can tell Brunson sits down, all of a sudden he's going crazy. You could tell he doesn't always give it his all. You notice. Now we can't lie like this now.
I can't let you do
You don't
this,
have
right?
to co-sign nothing. I know what I know since I seen him in Minnesota. #1 draft pick, ain't never been an MVP candidate. And he has all the MVP talent in the world. My man was, when he's ready, is a defensive player of the year candidate when he's in the game. That's all effort.
Ain't never done it. He ain't never gonna sniff it because he can't get his fat ass on the floor. Fuck out of here.
Hold on.
Fat ass on the floor.
Hold on, y'all. Tori B is in the building. She says she's sorry she late. Big shout out to beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant Tori B. What's good? Fellas, y'all know the drill. Speak to the ladies.
Talk to him, Tori. Mitch will never be regular weed.
Yeah, I don't give a damn what Tori say. And I love her. Don't force me to call this nigga regular weed because you overblowing who he is, man. Cut it out, man.
He's like a broken jaw of Zah. He's like a little crack, crack jaw of Zah. He might be a little crack. He might be. You know what I'm saying?
But just real quick, all jokes aside, right?
She like Tori trying to catch up. She like, what the fuck is going on right now?
But all jokes aside, we have to look at what Indiana and Oklahoma City did. All guys were on deck, ready to play. And that's what we need. And Mitch is very vital and important to the team. So for me, if we're not able to go 9-10 deep, and guys are not ready every night, including Mitch, 70 games, yeah, then listen, that's what it takes to win a championship. Yeah, Hardenstein only played 57 games, but they might have. So for me, okay, let's say Mitch make a play 50, 60, 70, but at least he's ready to get in the ball game and stay in the ball game. A lot of guys need to lose a little weight. Brunson need to lose some weight. Cat need to lose some weight. Mitch need to lose a little weight. OG need to lose a little weight. Like, so this is my thing. This is where Mike Brown and the coaching staff have to have a talk with these guys, Flea. Bro, what we doing?
I'm with you.
Right. What we doing? Everybody want all this money. They want the extensions. Everybody want all the glamour, all of that. But you niggas can't stay on the court. You know why y'all huffing and puffing? Because y'all not in shape. We got ran off the court. Indiana exposed everything. What are we going to do to fix that? And I think the #1 thing is defense. Getting stops. Being able to stay on the court. Having your win all together. Mitchell Robinson and OG is the anchor of that. And I think Mitch is probably one of the most important players. He might not be the most talented, but we see the difference he makes when he's on the court. And if he could stay on the court 25 minutes, come on, man, we're a whole different ball club. But Flea, I agree. He got to be able to stay on the floor. And Fabian, I don't think asking the guy to play 60 to 70 games, I don't think that's a lot. It's an 82 season game. Why are these guys getting away with, he only can play 50-something games? What? It's an 82 game season. I don't get it. I don't get it.
We already told you they on that all-ball diet. They starting their diet tomorrow. That's the problem. Mitchell Robinson, OG, all these dudes gotta chill. They gotta relax.
They starting that shit tomorrow. How many times this nigga said he's gonna start his shit tomorrow?
Now, don't seriously. I'm starting tomorrow. I'm starting tomorrow.
Listen, y'all.
Oh man.
Tori, that's a fact. Now, every New York pizza is not elite for all you guys coming into town, but there are spots now that got the sauce. They got it. And we got them lined up for you. We're gonna do the all-ball tour. We're gonna do it, baby. But every spot is not elite. That New York pizza is elite, and it's tough to start the diet with that New York pizza right there. Even though all-ball thinks pizza's overrated, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Listen, that's the most overrated food of all time. But let just real quick.
And he said beef patties was whack. And he said beef patties was whack, y'all.
I said that?
Who said that?
I didn't.
Was that you?
I never said that. Beef patties is legendary.
Yeah,
I take a
beef patties was whack, OG.
I take a beef patty over pizza any day. Any day. But hold on, real quick. Ream 124 says something, right? And he's 100% correct. These guys care more about their hobbies off the court than their actual job on the court. And Mitch has gotten infatuated with these big trucks. A lot of guys is infatuated with their side, whatever they doing on the side, whether it's Instagram, whether you see Harden modeling now. You see now Kawhi Leonard is modeling. I'm not saying you can't have your extracurricular activities on the side. But I totally agree. Guys are taking they hobbies way more serious than their actual job, Flea, because nobody's holding their feet to the fire. Come on, man. Come on.
Mari Green, what's up, baby? Appreciate you here with us. Amen. These
big
niggas
shout out.
These niggas about to
Mari
act different.
Green.
These
big
niggas
shout out.
about to act different.
Yo, let niggas talk, fam. Like,
yo, brother, all right. Mute me. Mute up. Mute up.
Yo, Flea, hold on. I think I dropped my wallet.
Big shout out. Amari Green in the building. Another beautiful, lovely, extravagant young lady pulling up the AllBall TV. Listen, y'all. A lot of fellas, but you got to have some ladies in the building. Big shout out to the ladies pulling up AllBall TV in the building. Much love.
Nigga said brother.
Shit real.
Said brother.
Did he take the pick out?
Nah, man, pick. Hey, yo, Flea, look, this shit don't need no pick. Yo, look, you don't see this shit.
Regular. Just run your head through that, baby. Just run your head through that.
Yo, Fabian hate is crazy. Like, yo, bro, this shit don't need no pick, bro.
Nasty. It's so subtle. He just sneaks it in there like
shit don't need no pick, man.
I thought you could just throw it out with the pick, man. What the fuck? You don't even need a hat. Damn.
Shit don't need no pick, fam. This shit is serious over here. You heard?
I woke up like this.
Fabian, he said he could just run. He just run his. Peter Reed. Nostalgic Nick, yes. There it goes.
That was crazy.
That was funny. That was good. Peter Rican is mad funny.
Y'all all go to hell, man.
Nasty.
How is he a New Yorker and he thinks pizza's overrated? That's bananas. Hey,
listen.
We got some news though, fellas.
Oh, let's do it.
Major trade in the building today went down. Shams Charania earlier today, my son. He said the Clippers, Jazz, and Heat have agreed to a trade that sends Norman Powell to the Miami Heat, John Collins to the Los Angeles Clippers, Kevin Love, Kyle Anderson, and the 2027 Clippers second-round pick to the Jazz. So that's Norman Powell. He goes to the Miami Heat. Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson, they go to the Utah Jazz. And John Collins goes to the Los Angeles Clippers. Jesus Louises. This is a monthly reminder. Danny Ainge is big garbage. All that stuff you were pulling, you pump faking and everything. You lost RJ Barrett. You lost Mitchell Robinson apparently playing all these games. How many that Goldberg trade? You looking funny in the light. I thought in real time that he had the better of the deal. Minnesota been to back-to-back conference finals. Where you been at? Back-to-back cemetery. Dead in the water. What we doing out here, Danny Ainge? You are trash. You all right, Hopeball?
No. I'm thinking about that trade, but I'm being honest. You know, Miami being real sneaky. You know, no. Listen, Powell was a bucket, man. You could see he's a Pat Riley type of guy, hard nosed, tough. Now you have him over there. You pair him up with Davion Mitchell. You got Bam. You know, so I see Miami being real sneaky. I'm gonna be honest. Gotta watch out for them. I really like that move for Miami. I also like that move for, like you said, Utah. I keep telling y'all, why do they still have a basketball team? I keep telling y'all this. Get Utah out of here. I keep telling y'all this. But you're 100% about Danny Ainge. At one time was revered at that position. Now he's looking like a straight up idiot. He needs to be fired. Straight up and down. I don't even know how he's able to keep that job. Yeah, Flea, mind your business. Let me, you know. But that Clippers move, I like that Clippers move. I like that move. Collins is another big wing. He could stretch the floor. He gets to the basket, alley-oops, and you know he's working on his three-point shot. See, for me, the Clippers, they make great moves, but they still old. They don't have to let Harden and Kawhi Leonard go, bro. As long as they still building around them, they're never going to be a threat. I'm sorry. I like the move, but for me, it doesn't make them better than nobody. Because once again, you still building around a guy like Harden who's been in the league, what, 15, 16 years? So for me, I like it. I don't love it, but I love what Miami is doing. And I don't like when Miami make good moves because those are our nemesis. But that's a very sneaky good move for the Miami Heat. And it just goes to show you, you know, I'm not a fan of Pat Riley, but he still knows how to make those subtle moves that'll be like, damn, that was a little smooth right there to where now you drop another piece or two in there. Because all Powell doing is he's taking over. Remember, they lost Duncan Robinson. So yeah, Powell can't shoot like Robinson, but who's a better all-around basketball player? So I think that was a great move after the losing Duncan Robinson. I love it for Miami. I don't give a damn about Utah. You know, y'all know my motto. Everybody in Utah could tear their Achilles for all I care. Sorry. And the Clippers, I'm gonna be honest. Eventually, they're gonna have to blow that up. Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, unless those guys go to a team that's compete for a championship, how long are we gonna wait on them to make that next step? Like seriously, I can't even vouch for James Harden no more. There's no need to even talk about Kawhi Leonard no more. Those guys are gonna be Hall of Famers, great careers, great players, but the Clippers need to retool. They really need to find them a young superstar and just build around that. I told y'all last year, they robbing that man blind. I wish I was in shape. I try out for the Clippers. Ballmer might give me $6 million for nothing. Hey, Flea, they robbing Ballmer blind, bro. What did Harden get?
80 for 2 years. I think 81 for 2 years. Yeah. Extension.
Yo, I'm gonna leave with this. Remember, 50 Cent said he told Puff when Puff tried to sell Mace to 50, which sounds weird, and when 50 wanted to sign Mace to G Unit, 50 said Puff told him I want $2 million. The nigga 50 said he told Puff Mace ain't worth $2 million with $2 million in his pocket.
I do remember that.
James Harden is not worth $80 million with 80 in his pocket. Yo, bro. Get the Clippers out of here too. I'm sorry. Get them out of here too. Good move for the Miami Heat. Good move for the Miami Heat.
Lee, what you thinking about the trade? Norman Powell going to the Heat, John Collins going to the Clippers. The exceptional part. I think the Jazz are going to buy out Kevin Love. Was the last thing we reported. He's bitching and moaning his way on the internet. He thinks he's slick, but you ain't low, Kevin Love. I got more to say about Kevin Love. I'm keeping it. Yeah, but I'm keeping it cool with Kevin Love, bro. I'm a little sick of his bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Now you want to be funny and shit. Cool, bro. But Fleet, what do you think about the trade?
Yeah, he found that helps him with his mental health. That helps him. That helps him. You fucking meanie. You a mean ass nigga. I see. That helps him. That helps him.
Fuck out of here. It's cool. Hold on. So it's cool to drag. Remember, hold on. Remember, he's doing that to other players now. He be talking shit about other players.
Fun. He's not trolling anybody. He's not.
Yes, he does. He trolls people, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I'm gonna step out because I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I'll step out and say I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying.
Anytime I see something, it's more comic relief than troll is what I'm getting. But if he's trolling niggas, okay.
We all got a different version of comic relief, is what I'm saying. Like I'm like that I'm saying I'm very serious about that, and I don't like when people are very serious about that. That's my thing. Go retire, bro. If it was that serious, that's what I mean. Get out of here with your IG. I told you, don't open that door up, Fleet. Stop playing with me, man. Like if you're gonna be that way, if you think it's that serious, you can't play basketball.
That's not a disability. That's not a disability that stops you from living life. He was open enough to talk about it, and now the trickle-down effect comes, and everybody is comfortable now to talk about it. You fucking mean, bro.
Allegedly they are, right? Number one. Number two, now
allegedly? So now a nigga comes clean about his mental health, and it's alleged? How do you quantify a nigga struggling with mental health?
No, you and that's a very key question. How do you quantify
you
that?
Can't. Because it's not up to you.
Exactly. But my thing is, it looks like funny business, and I was trying to leave it at that because everybody else, listen. I'm on to y'all. Y'all play with these loopholes, man. If that's the case, go get a mental health clause in your contract and all that, bro. Like, come on with the funny. You got IG posts all of a sudden and make fun of people and everything. How do you know how their mental health is? If we being real. Somebody punch you in the face. Stop, man. And God bless him and everything. I know his pops just passed away, so God bless him and his family. I get that, bro. But I'm not fond of that shit. I'm just me personally. I take that very seriously. That's when I see it. So when I see it, then I see people playing with it. I'm not with that shit. I don't make it too seriously. What did you think about the trade?
You fucking nasty.
I could be. People think I'm mean, but it's okay.
Fucking nasty. He is like this. Yeah. He's like this off camera, y'all. When I talk to this nigga every day. He's the same way. I'm dry snitching now. Sorry.
Yeah, nah. You better expect it. Don't run up on me in the streets, y'all.
I'm dry snitching.
Very scared and paranoid. Don't do it.
The trade, man. The trade. I guess good move. Good move. For Miami to bring some firepower, and they always find a way to get like a burner on their team, right? This feels reminiscent of when they went and got Dion Waiters, right? Dion and whoever you like more, Dion Waiters or Norman Powell, that's on you. But I'm just saying, it just feels like, you know, that kind of pickup where you need a guy that's going to be a burner, just be able to get a bucket, not be shy about looking at the rim whenever he gets the basketball. So they always find a guy to manufacture offense, right? They're going to be able to manufacture a lot of offense without having a lot of guys on that team that are like top 5 in scoring, top 10 in scoring. I don't expect Tyler Hero to be top 10 in scoring or Norman Powell or Bam Adebayo. But between the three of them, they're going to be able to manufacture some points. And I watched Khalil Ware the other night. He looks phenomenal. Not like a little good. He looks like he's taking a huge.
Who you just said? Say it again. I'm sorry.
Khalil Ware, the big from Miami. Yeah. I watched him the other night. He looks like he's taking a huge leap. So yeah, like OG said, little sneaky move for Miami. If they roll out Davion Mitchell, Hero, Powell, Bam, and Khalil Ware, I think they could find their way to 35, 40 wins. I think they'll just find their way. And Spoelstra being the type of coach he is, I think they'll find their way. into being like a 500 team, knocking on that playing type area. The Clippers, I'm not as down on them as OG is. Just I'm not a huge John Collins fan. I think there's a reason he's got bounced around. Like, he's a good player, but I don't think that's somebody that he's not somebody that people gonna lose sleep over. He was the guy that helped Trae Young get to the Eastern Conference Finals. They got him the fuck out of there immediately after that. So his value, I don't think, is super high to anybody, really. Like I said, Atlanta bounced him, found itself in Utah. He played over there, but that organization over there was like, he ain't part of the plans going forward. So if he does find a home with the Clippers, a huge lob threat for Harden, right? You got Zubac in some spots where you could, put the ball up there at the rim. But now, John Collins is a huge lob threat for y'all. Get some easy buckets around the rim. So I think the Clippers, that's a slight upgrade for them. If they're really serious about going and getting Bradley Beal in whatever type of buyout situation that happens with, maybe that's an upgrade for them in terms of their backcourt. But then again, who knows? I'm not a huge Brad fan these days, just because I expected a lot more out of him once he left Washington. And then Utah, at some point, something's gonna change over there, and everybody's gonna be singing Danny Ainge's praises. But right now, it looks like a shit show. Bro, listen, y'all remember how he was getting kicked in his back in Boston? People were booing him. People were ready to get him the fuck out of there in Boston before, obviously, that deal comes about with KG, with Ray, with, you know what I'm saying? He struck gold. Yes, he struck gold with that, Fabian. But he's a Boston guy, and not a guy, but that's one of their children. And they were ready to get him the fuck out of there. So,
and who saved his ass?
Him making
Brad Stevens.
Kevin McHale.
Him making deals.
Oh, right.
Kevin
Him making
McHale
deals.
traded him Kevin Garnett.
He looked out for him.
I mean, he went and got Brad Stevens. He went and grabbed him out of Butler. Butler was in the national championship game. He said, "No, I like you. Let me come and get you."
That's true.
He went and took Will Hardy from Brad Stevens and their bench and brought him over to Utah. And Will is a damn good coach. They haven't had a good roster, but from what the words around the league, he's a damn good coach. So he's trying to figure out putting it together. Everybody is very high on Ace Bailey. I know he don't want to be in Utah, but if he is whatever everybody says he is, that should turn into something there. Whatever something is. Isaiah Collier, he's the point guard that was at USC with the phenomenon that Bronny James is. He was with Bronny James at USC. You know what I'm saying? So, 10 points in 11 minutes. You saw what the young man was doing the other night. You saw what the young man was. Nobody's speaking up. I don't hear none of you niggas. Yeah, go. Get the fuck out of here. 10 points in 11 minutes. Get to it, Bronny. See that bounce in his step? You see how it's looking? Looking very NBA-ish. Looking very league-ish. OG said that nigga does not belong there. In the league, he don't belong there.
Yo, I missed this. Devin Booker signed for an extension for 2 years, $150 million.
We was talking about that. Remember we was talking about him getting 75?
Okay.
No, but it's official now.
Oh, okay. So for the next 5 seasons, he's making $321 million. God damn, I wouldn't leave Phoenix either.
He did sign that? He just loves it there. God bless him. He wants to go down as the best Phoenix Sun of all time, which that don't mean shit. God bless you, Dev.
That's a sidebar because I want to get into that. Like, what he's supposed to do. People say you either bounce around and be KD or Kyrie or Kawhi, one of these guys. Like, they don't get all the respect they get. And now he don't get the respect he gets for staying. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of tough. Going back to the trade.
Clyde gets a little bit of love because he snuck his ass over to Houston and got a ring with Dream. They would kick Clyde in the back for his entire career if he stayed his ass in Portland and ain't never win shit. Devin Booker may be a Hall of Famer at some point, but the stature that he should get because of who he is as a player, he'll never get, you know, who is he aligned with right now? I don't know. Don't let Anthony Edwards get a championship here or there. Devin Booker, they'll be like, Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's because he's being loyal, staying in Phoenix.
Well, just, you know, I don't mean to burst your bubble, but he ain't being loyal to Phoenix. He's being loyal to the bag. Listen, who's going to turn down 2 years, $150 million? I'm pretty sure if another team offered them that, he would probably get up out of there. So you got to remember, and I said this the other day, you know, when we discussed LeBron James and the Lakers. At some point, it's not the player's fault. Listen, if the teams is going to give you all this money and you ain't got to worry about winning, it's no pressure, no nothing, who ain't going to take that? So for me, Flea, it's not, I don't think he loves being in Phoenix. He loves that an organization is going to just go, here you go. We're going to help you make $500 million in your career. We ain't got to worry about championships or NBAs. We ain't got to worry about none of that shit. Listen, they make it sweet. That's why I said this shit is insane.
But then he's a sucker in a year or two. In the first year of the deal, when he's making $75 million, now when he's making top dollar, the most money he could ever make as a son, he decides he goes to, I want out. I don't want to be here no more. Like everybody always calls out Melo for taking that money around the time when he could have held out and possibly got with Bosh and Braun. But he took the money. He didn't want to leave the money on the table. But as soon as shit got dicey, they went to the conference finals in 2009. In 10, he was out of there. By 11, he was with us, right? And so I don't know. I would rather see Devin Booker somewhere else at this point. Same thing I feel about, you know, with Giannis at some point. I don't think there's nothing going to be wrong if those two guys at some point say, hey, I want to go look elsewhere and play somewhere else. I think they've been super loyal to the teams that drafted them, and you know, I don't see nothing wrong with it for me.
He'd be the best player on the championship team.
Book?
Yeah.
Going forward, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it boils down to. Like AllBall says about the money. But I gotta commend him for just staying anyway, because he could leave. He could have left. He could have forced a trade and got this deal somewhere close to it, somewhere else. Like everybody's getting killed for doing either or. Like damn if you do, damn if you don't. And you know what I'm saying? Like
True,
I
bro.
can't and Book balls out. Hey, whatever, like if he's in, call him whatever you want. He's clutch. Book in the Olympics. Book balls out in his own way. No, he's not gonna be he's not an MVP candidate ever. Never a top 10 player in the NBA. So, like, to me, you turn it down. And then what happens if you gotta play with a bunch of bums? Look at the ownership. They just revamped the whole team. They bought out Bradley Beal, like you said, they were about to. You just traded everybody. That's not all up to me. So I can be in a predicament where I want to play basketball with a team I don't want to play with. No, give me my 150, man. I'll take that gladly. So I can't be. It's Phoenix. This ain't the old Phoenix either. Say what you want about that old owner. Bro, it felt like every 3-4 years they got like remixed and were always relevant. Somehow was always competitive. And now I don't know. It's been since that championship appearance. Yeah, they've been downhill.
Well, a lot of these players, you know, I always say this, you know, and I don't knock them, but it's either you want to be great, you know, or you just want to go for the money. And you know, you have these guys need to look at Dame Lillard. And like you said, a Giannis, where you be loyal too long, and by the time you go somewhere, bro, it's too late. That shit ain't gonna work. You be somewhere 12, 13 years, and you think you will go somewhere else and make a difference with all these young gunners out here gunning for you. So big shout out, you know, Devin Booker. But you know me, Flea, I always say, you want to be legendary? Because remember, all right, 2 years, 150. What if not take 2 years, 125? And maybe, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I know it sounds crazy, it sounds insane, but then you got guys like Gilbert and just all these other platforms where they basically brainwashing these young men to where winning doesn't matter. When they have these dumbass conversations. Like I I don't get why these guys don't want to play in the playoffs and have an opportunity to win championships and have an opportunity to be great. Like a lot of these guys, when the career's all said and done, we ain't gonna look at like, bro, till this day, you still talk about Allen Iverson. Like,
OG, I saw a clip from Keyshawn Johnson the other day, and Keyshawn is sitting there talking about how there are guys with gold jackets that would trade their career to have Keyshawn's career. And I was just sitting there and I was just looking at this shit. And I'm just like, we have really got to a place where, you know, because the point in what he was making was, you know, the goal was just to get my mama a house and get out the hood. Absolutely.
Right.
I don't think that that's I think that's everybody's goal, right? Is to make the most money that you can get and take care of your family. I think we all want to do that. But
right.
it always gets boiled down to that when you underachieve or you wasn't shit, right? It always boils down to, well, I got my mama a house, but you wasn't shit. We're talking about you amongst your contemporaries, not me. Keyshawn Johnson to Colin Adams, no, couldn't even compare. But Keyshawn Johnson to Chris Carter, Keyshawn Johnson to Randy Moss, Keyshawn Johnson to Jerry Rice. I mean, your contemporaries, your people. Like, don't talk to me
Megatron.
about,
It's a couple
like,
of
don't
years.
talk to me about
Them names can keep going, but you know,
I know it. A name could keep going, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Don't talk to me about niggas that would trade their careers to have what you had. Nigga, are you fucking kidding me? Cut it out. Cut the fuck out, bro.
But just
we always gotta highlight winning. That's all I want to say. Go, OG.
No, but just real quick, I'll be brief. I just don't like how they have those conversations because the way they put it, where it's like, would you trade 50 million or a championship? And to me, that's a bogus question, right? You know, because it's like, okay, if you in the NBA, like a Devin Booker, all right, prime example. Tom Brady took less money all the time because you have to have money to build out the roster to compete. So no one is saying Devin Booker don't go get your money. Nobody's saying LeBron don't go get your money. But why would you take that amount knowing that it may strap the team to where you can't get no type of other players to get over there or to build a good team around you to where you can get to the place? So for me, the way these guys are now, the way the sports guys is talking as if don't even care about winning, don't even care about competing, just get your money. When the money is there, you're gonna get it. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. When I see how Gilbert and them talk about that shit is sad, bro. That shit is sad, man.
It is. Because how good of a platform that is, because Gil's Arena is a huge platform and it's a dope platform. But yes, in my opinion, because he is not a winner. We don't even talk about winning when it comes to Gil. We don't even hold him accountable about winning when we talk about him. Because all everybody talks about is that 3-year span where he was really, really good. And he was great. He was great. But even within that 3-year span, it didn't result in any winning. No win, zero win, zero for that franchise. So I hate that they dumb it down to get paid, get your money. All you niggas is millionaires. Cooper Flag is gonna be making 60 million, right? Not per year, but that's the contract, right? 60 million as a rookie, right? What are we talking about right now? You niggas is gonna make your money. Why are we not talking about competing and actually wanting to win?
That was amazing. I think Keyshawn Johnson, I didn't fully understand that. Like, he thinks Hall of Famers that would trade their careers for him because he won a chip with Tampa Bay.
Yes.
That's where it gets funny to me, because that's why I think when I start asking about, when I said, Jim Kelly versus Troy Aikman, it starts looking funny. And they're like, you telling me Keyshawn Johnson is anywhere near Megatron? Megatron might be the best wide receiver ever. He was insane. He was insane. Randy Moss is my favorite ever, but Jerry Rice got to get that nod. But Megatron, when you saw him, it was like, and he never had the defense that Keyshawn got in Tampa Bay. He never got Steve Young and Joe Montana and all this other shit. But I could just tell by watching, hey, I ain't never seen nothing like that. So the winning thing, you know, that's the other aspect to it all, ball. Like Megatron is kind of like an unsung hero. Him and Barry Sanders, 10 years in, they dropped the ball, said, I'm retiring. They turned down money basically. They said, I got 10 years and that's all I got.
Yeah.
And with Devin Booker,
Detroit is so unlucky.
yeah, that's
They're
crazy.
so unlucky.
And with Devin Booker, to me, it's just I'm not sure. He's not a number one guy. Why are you offering him that? You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a fire sale, go give him less, offer him less, and see what you can get for him. Because you the guys that brought in Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal. Who the hell told you to trade for Bradley Beal? Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, that was on y'all. And then you re-sign him to a crazy max deal. He told you to go get him. Why would you listen to him and give him more money? That guy used to play ball. He didn't play for UCLA. Where he played at Flea, the owner, Matt Ishbia.
Michigan State.
These guys, they know. It's not like they don't know basketball. It's sometimes you just have some of these moments. It's like I think I know for a fact I would try to hire dudes that been in the NBA. Or if it was us three that had our own team, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know, I trust Flea, I trust AllBall, but I know how they know how the game works. We got to bring somebody in that knows, that's familiar with all the other general managers and coaches. We got to get more familiar with that game because that game is it's a fraternity. So I don't know what they're doing in Phoenix. That looks like a mess. They got saved if Bradley Beal is gonna take a buyout. They got saved. You got saved that Kevin Durant, you were able to trade Kevin Durant. You got saved. They got Cam Johnson too from Brooklyn. I forgot about that. No, I'm sorry. Denver got Cam.
Denver got Cam Johnson.
But they lost Cam Johnson in a stupid ass trade. That's what they did. They traded him for Durant. So they're a mess to me. So I don't know. Again, we could blame the players all we want to. And if they want to be a winner, it's kind of up in the air to me because they offered him $150. What you want him to do? He's playing ball anyway. I'm not deciding. He's not in the conversation for best player at any given time. There's nothing he could do for me right now. That run that he had in the playoffs when Kevin Durant first got there was amazing. He looked like Jordan. He looked like Kobe. All these dudes for 6 games, and after that, that's who Devin Booker is. So I can't blame him for if he doesn't want But I never seen Booker not trying hard. I don't see none of that. It's just he's not Braun. He's not built like these dudes. So I don't think he doesn't want to win or be a legend. I think that's a tough predicament to be in.
Well, you're 100% correct. Like I said, I think this situation is not on Booker. He didn't do anything wrong. But these franchises, man, these organizations, like, bro, stop panicking and try to build a legit team. Like, have a talk with your stars. Yo, listen, I know this is what we can give you, but what if, we figure out a way to build this and, like, come on, man, because it's nowhere in the world you have teams with guys making $150 million for 2 years, and you might not be in the playoffs. You might stink for the whole season. That is insane. Like, so for this is nowhere near on Devin Booker. Like, I want everybody to understand. I can't see the chat, so everybody in the chat, this has nothing to do with Devin Booker. He did nothing wrong. But these organizations, like Flea, if the Clippers signed Bradley Beal, like, bro, y'all are the expendables. Like, what are you
my God, you just read my fucking mind, bro.
Like,
I was thinking the same exact shit. Cause look, they want to sign Chris Paul too. Yo, you.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yo, that's crazy. As soon as I seen this headline, I said, yo, this shit is the Expendables, bro. Everybody's 15 years in the game, way past your prime. Clippers are looking crazy with trying to get Chris Paul and Bradley Beal, but you don't like it that much, or we just talking about the moves that the owners are making?
It's to me, it's the owners. They don't know what they're doing over there. Like, it's solely entertainment and business. It's not even about winning no more. It's not. It was about winning. It's no winning. Well, I'm signing James Harden 2 years, $80 million, bro. What? I'm going to try to go get Bradley Beal and Chris Paul.
See, he wouldn't do it. Stopped him right in his tracks.
Flea, listen, I wouldn't have a team. I had to sell my team. I'm not giving none of you niggas that. Bro, James Harden, 2 years, $80 million? What is this? This is the 18th, 17th year? Bruh. This is the owners. Listen, man, big shout out to the players, Flea. This is the owners, bro. Like this ain't even on the players. Flea, if I'm gonna give you 80 million, what I'm gonna say? No.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Like, come on. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
But in the Clippers case, I think I disagree with you guys. I think they got way better. If you could get Bradley Beal and Chris Paul, Ty Lue is a guy that
Say that and give it a straight face. Say that and give it a straight face.
the Clippers got way better. I hate to break it to you.
No. You just said if they get who?
Oh, Bradley Beal and Chris Paul. You add pieces like they couldn't play 8-9 guys last year. And this guy has emerged. Victor Zubac, tough. The Lakers, with LeBron,
they already had Zubac.
Did, that's cool.
Baby, they already had Zubac. Tell me the move they made that moved them to the next level.
I'm saying I like adding John Collins. I like that you adding Bradley Beal and Chris Paul. The Expendables thing is funny, but if they're healthy, remember they won 7 games against Denver. Denver won 7 games against OKC. You had to get John Collins to get bigger because you had to go play. Houston now got bigger. Dallas is bigger. Denver got bigger if they keep the kid and if he doesn't go to Greece. Valanciunas, whatever his name is. Like the Clippers had trouble with the Nuggets. That was 7 games, bro. Remember they had the game winner or the game tying shit with Aaron Gordon. They could have easily won that series. So now you missing guy. Remember, I don't trust James Harden in the playoffs. Bro. He showed himself again. But I like Ty Lue getting his guys. I like Ty Lue having Zubac as a featured player finally. That kid is coming into his own. And we didn't think no 90s style player would look like he could play today. And he's showing out, especially against Sengun and them Rockets. They ready to roll. They got experience down in the bag.
But for me, I get what you're saying. But to add a Brook Lopez, who's, to me, way past his prime, and to add a Bradley Beal and a Chris Paul, who's injury prone, along with a Kawhi Leonard, like I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't, like I said, Collins is cool, but that's not enough. They need to get much younger. Yeah, you added pieces that are injury prone. So for me, I think now that owners seeing how much business and money is being made in the NBA with entertainment, now when the Clippers is rolling out big names, to me, that's what they're depending on, because there's no way in the world that team is a threat in the West. I'm sorry. I gave up on them.
So how do you go younger?
So for me, I wouldn't have re-signed James Harden. I'm trying to find a way to move Kawhi Leonard. I'm being honest. I'm trying to find a way to move Kawhi Leonard, like how the Spurs did to Toronto. Find some way to move him where he may want to go and almost win a championship. And I'm going younger, bro. I'm not. What am I getting Bradley Beal and Chris Paul for? You got Zubac, bro. You need some young players over there. They got to make a move. To me, try to go get a Ja Morant, a Giannis, something like that. But to add Brook Lopez and now maybe Bradley Beal, Chris Paul, Collins, you re-signed James Harden, like. Bro, I listen, to me, that Clippers tenure is over, bro. It's over. They gotta let that go.
I'm with you 1,000,000% in terms of like, because I've been telling Dom that y'all should have blew this up 2 years ago. James Harden, now you filling this thing up so that next summer, I think Giannis and Joker are free agents in 2028. That's what everybody's aiming for right now. And now you're lining it up to go after Giannis or Joker in two summers.
Right.
So I think that's what this is about also, just in case you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because this is an owner that I think cares about basketball. Not Frank Vogel. What's this guy's name that used to coach the Nets? Lawrence Frank, Ty Lue. You know how I like Jeff Van Gundy as an assistant coach.
Yeah.
You got guys who are comparable all up and down the organization. This guy, I keep telling everybody, Steve Ballmer is not a guy who started with Microsoft. He started working for them and worked his way to becoming this billion dollar dude by getting equity and all that. But he learned the game. I think he's doing the same thing over here. For them to be this relevant, I understand what you're saying, exactly what you're saying. Because I didn't agree with you until you said, yo, why don't you go after Ja Morant? That would be exciting. That would definitely be exciting. But it doesn't promise a championship contention or to compete against the Rockets, Denver, Dallas right now. And I think right now they could compete with anybody in the West.
No. So I'm gonna be honest with you. They need to start thinking for the future. They need to scrap that. Fabian, they are right now not competing for no championship. They not better than Denver. They're not better than Houston. They're not better than OKC. They're still not better than Minnesota. They haven't proven it yet. I'm just sorry. And for me to add those old pieces, those injured, broke down pieces, to me, that's not going to get it. Golden State is a piece away where they won't be better than Golden State. So for me, I'm just tired, and this is nothing with you. I'm just tired of almost believing in the Clippers every year. I'm just tired of that shit. Listen, scrap that. Go get you a young superstar. You got Zubac. You got a great coach. You got a good coaching staff. You got a new arena. Bruh, do it the right way. But to keep trying to get these old pieces, bruh, that shit ain't working. Not in that tough West. It's not working. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I don't see it.
That's a fair enough point. It's fair enough to be tired of it, especially if, let's say you looking at it from like, if I was rooting for the Clippers and you ain't even rooting for them and you feel exhausted. But I think this is a way. I don't know if we've ever seen this before in the history of the NBA either. If we've seen an old team get together and go all line up to win a championship, because this is like you said, it's the Expendables, the super old team. I think you can pull that off, especially with Chris Paul, Bradley Beal, all the veterans getting together, going, yo, you need to know your role, Bradley Beal. You saw what happened in Washington. You saw what happened in Phoenix. It's not going to work here. Chris Paul, like, yo, hey, y'all, I couldn't make it for whatever reason. And they all got to look at Kawhi Leonard like the fucking GOAT on the team. And then they got to look at Zubac. Oh, shit, yo, the young pup, he's here. He's arriving. I think you got a group of veteran guys in that locker room. And we've yet to remember, the league is very young. Very young. OKC, anybody can say whatever they want. We know for a fact Tyrese Halliburton getting hurt totally impacted that championship. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that Rick Carlisle is an old veteran in this league. The places ain't really the OKC have to go up against a veteran like that. The Clippers you got Ty Lue, been in the game for 2-3 decades already. Same for Kawhi, same for James Harden, Chris Paul, all these guys. I'm loving at least the aspect of the last hurrah. You could sell that to fans, all that shit.
Oh yeah. I agree to that. But when you think realistically, I guarantee you, Ty Lue ain't want to resign James Harden, bro. I guarantee you, Ty Lue is over Kawhi Leonard. Like we gotta talk for real. He's a young head coach. He's still got a lot of years ahead of him, and he's probably saying in his mind, "Yo, you just watch what OKC did. You watch what Houston doing. You watching the come up of Minnesota back-to-back conference. Like you watching all these moves being made. You watching what Boston did when they was healthy. You watching now the Knicks ascend. You watching Cleveland. You not telling me Ty Lue is going in. You give me some guys. I'm doing that. But you ain't doing it with Kawhi Leonard and James Harden. How long it's been now? Bro, they got to let that go. And then now to bring older players, that's already, Bradley Beal may not ever be fully healthy ever again. Chris Paul already said, this is my last season. What can we really expect from Chris Paul when he got to go up against them tough guards in the West? Bro, we ain't even talking about Sacramento and San Antonio Spurs. We ain't even talking about the Dallas Mavericks yet. Bro, the Clippers, they got to let that go. And these finals prove that you don't have to be all the way young, but you cannot have 1 through 8 where guys is older. You got to mix it up and have some youth in there because you see they're going to run you off the floor. It's a young man's game today. Look at Braun struggling with Luka. So, for me, I get what you're saying, but, some of these owners, they have to start understanding, yeah, we know the money that you're making, the entertainment aspect of it. But if you're going to be stink for 5 to 10 years, people going to stop coming. Listen, it's very few New York Knicks fan bases like that, where no matter what, they're going to show up. Ain't nobody in the Clippers going to be showing if y'all stink for 5 years straight. Come on, bro. So for me, these organizations got to be careful. Same thing with the Phoenix Suns. I love that Devin Booker got that money. But now what y'all going to do with that roster? What's going to happen if for the next 2-3 years, you win in 30 games, 20-plus games? Nah, bro. It's better ways to do this thing. And I think guys like Tom Brady, Tim Duncan, some of them guys, even Jordan, bro, them guys is the blueprint, bro. Them guys in the blueprint. They wasn't making all that money from the NBA. Nah, and then at the end, you get all that money. But like I said, the way this money is being spent, I get it. You can't turn down 150 million for 2 years. You'll be a fool to turn that dog down. But these organizations, man, they got to do much better, Fabian, building these teams, because out of 30 teams, you can't have half of them is unwatchable. Unwatchable. Charlotte Hornets, Washington Wizards, unwatchable, bro. I don't care who they got on them teams. You can't pay me to sit in my crib and watch a whole game. So they got to be careful, because sometimes you get what you ask for. Adam Silver, y'all making this shit straight entertainment, but at the same time, it's too many teams that's just bad. And what the Clippers is doing, this shit is embarrassing, bro. You ain't gonna never rival the Lakers. You gotta let that go. You have to let that go. But if you gonna keep getting older while everybody else is getting younger, good luck with that.
Well, in regards to the Clippers, Fish, I said, you know, they're gonna get together and get on their last hurrah. Fish said, you can't have a last hurrah when you haven't had a first hurrah.
Fish, what up, Fish? That's a fact.
And I love that, because I said, when was the last time we had an older team get together like this and they had a young pup? And great examples y'all gave. Houston tried with Pippen to a lesser degree, but the real one that you hit on the nose, Fish,
Portland.
Houston couldn't, Portland couldn't with Sheed. Great point. And we'll end it with this. No Strays Entertainment, thank you for your $4.99. AllBall as an NBA owner. Only Supermax y'all getting from me is Rikers Island.
Yo, hold on. Put that back up there. Wait, let me put it back up there. Yo, what's his name? That's no Strays Entertainment, right?
No Strays Entertainment. Yeah, the Boston
Big
fans.
shout out to you. That is a fact. I'm not giving. Listen, I'm selling the team. I'm not giving you niggas that money. What? If we ain't in the playoffs, or we get knocked out in the first round? Listen, Fabian, before we get out of here, just really think about this. You sell the Lakers for $10 billion. You got Luka and LeBron. And what if y'all lose in the first round again and win one game, bro? Are we really all right with that? Like, think about the Phoenix Suns. You give Devin Booker $150 million, and you don't even make the play-in, let alone the playoffs. Come on, bro. Fabian, it gotta make sense. Gotta make sense. To get the TV deal, we gotta want to watch you on TV.
Never the little one.
Never the little one. Come on, man. You know we had an episode of Knicks Rehab, so we gotta drop a little bit of
Knicks Rehab.
We here tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow we're going live with FRF Sports. I'm gonna have to reset my mic. I hate the way my mic sounds, man. Appreciate you, Tori B. Appreciate you. I think it was Amani. You said you finally called us live. I really appreciate you jumping in. All the ladies. We didn't see Darlene today, right?
Nah, I didn't see the chat unless you highlighted it. So nah, but still big shout out to Darlene. You know she AllBall TV family
for life. Tomorrow, y'all, 8 p.m. Catch us live. Shout out to FYI Sports. Shout out to Lamont. Shout out to them damn Knicks. Shout out to AllBall. Shout out to Flea. See them. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.